Hi, I have another curated collection from my stash to share with you. I think maybe I should explain a little bit about what that is and why I do them. I started doing these curated collections from prompts on Nails Topic Tuesday in Instagram. I really enjoyed them. It's a great way for me to just go through my whole stash and, an excuse to do some swatches, especially of polishes I maybe haven't worn for a while, and just sort of think about them in different combinations and different ways. And I really like doing things with my collection, with my stash that I already have. A lot of the nail polish, especially the collecting part of the hobby, just involves a lot of buying, and so I want to really enjoy the polishes that I already own, and this is just one more way for me to do that. So today the curated collection that I made is inspired by the animated series Samurai Jack, which aired in the early 2000s, I think. I watched them when they were first coming out, and then I've done a few rewatches of them since then, including recently, to prepare for this video. But it's a really beautiful show. It often gets categorized with the anime genre, even though it's an American cartoon, but I can really see why because of the style. The art direction has really taken a lot of inspiration from manga and anime. I think it has very interesting world building and some good characters. The characters for the most part are dynamic. They don't just like reset at the beginning of every episode, although a lot of the episodes follow similar themes and the changes are fairly slow. But the characters do change and they do remember previous episodes. This was a fairly challenging collection for me to make. I thought that it would be kind of easy because the show doesn't use a huge amount of colors in the palette. I don't know if I would necessarily call it minimalist, but the colors are very specifically chosen for mood and characters. There's a fairly limited palette to the show. So anyway, let's just get into it. Okay, first up, we have China Glaze's What a Dream, but for my collection, I am calling it, they call me Jack. We don't actually ever know Jack's real name. In the second episode, some kind of like background characters end up just calling him Jack because they don't know his name. And then he just keeps using that as his name for the rest of the show. And I chose this like kind of antique white colored cream because that's the color that he's mostly shown wearing. It's the color of his, I guess it's not a gi because it's not a uniform, but it's the color of the clothes that he usually wears. For the next one, I am pretending that these two polishes are one polish, and I am calling it Achu, but the real names are Salon Perfect Oil Slick, and then I topped it with Deck the Halls. I've been doing a rewatch of the show, and Aku's face when he's in his, I guess, sorcerer form, because he's a shape-shifting sorcerer, is actually green. I thought that he was only red, black, and white, but he actually has quite a bit of green. And so I am saying that this is a cream with red and green matte glitters. The next up, I am calling Flames, and it's actually Revlon's Marooned, and it's a very dark kind of wine red or maroon cream. And I chose this one because Flames are definitely a theme, especially artistically and especially around Achu. And this is just a really good color match. Next up, I have what I am calling Ancient Civilizations. And this is Zoya's Honey. It's actually new to my stash, but it's really pretty. And I'm basing the color mostly on the woolies, which are an alien species. But there is several episodes where Jack encounters these different ancient civilizations. It's sort of an ongoing theme, is, you know, helping communities that are being oppressed by Achu to free themselves. And this is just a very nice, fairly warm leaning, kind of almost orangey or golden yellow. For the last cream, I am calling this one Other Worlds, because not only is Jack in the far future, he also gets to travel to other worlds, and this is one of kind of the staple colors used in the show. It's often used for peace in the show, but it's also for strange and interesting things. This kind of light, not quite chartreuse, cream green. And last up is a topper. I'm calling this the future. This is the colors often used to show the cities in the future of the show. This is actually All Mixed Up Lacquer's Rock Out with Your Crock Out from their Welcome to the Neighborhood collection. In this swatch, I am showing it by itself in 2 coats and then over Jack, Flames, and Ancient Civilizations. I hope you enjoyed this collection. I really enjoyed making it, and I have been enjoying my rewatch of Samurai Jack. I was first inspired to do this when Mooncat did their collab collection with Powerpuff Girls, and Polished Mess made her own curated collection inspired by Powerpuff Girls. I thought, oh, I should do that too. And then I was remembering other shows on Cartoon Network at the same time and decided that I should do a Samurai Jack one. So I hope you enjoyed this collection. I know that I really enjoyed making it, and I would love to hear in the comments from you, like what other inspirations would you be interested in seeing as a curated collection, or what curated collections have you made? I just love to hear about them, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.